Women like reality. Men prefer fake things. Cubic zirconium, fun fur, padded bras. The fake and artificial draws men like a magnet. I was sitting with two guys around the campfire the other night, and they were talking about these new artificial fireplace logs with the green and blue flame and how fantastic they are. You see, to men, being real is easy. Looking real is a lot more special. It's not smart or correct, but it's one of the things that makes us what we are. On today's show, Dougie Franklin's going to tell all you guys how to avoid going to church on Sunday. Bill and I are going to play croquet. Guess I win. I'm going to show you how to make furniture out of leaves. And unfortunately, Mike bought a little too much lumber.
And now here's a man who knows one end of the hammer from the other, though he's quite handy with both. My uncle, Red Green!
And please put your hands together, preferably one on each side of his head, for my nephew Harold. Real colorful week up at the lodge this week. Junior Singleton had about 200 cans of paint explode out of his paint shop.
It says right on the can, do not store near heat. You think he'd know better than try and prop up a stove with them?
Yeah, but to be fair, Harold, Junior is not a great lover of literature. The only thing he's read cover to cover is a matchbook.
Well, I bet he does now, because, boy, when that shed blew, whoa, there was paint everywhere, all over everything. It looked like one of those psychedelic posters from the 60s.
Yeah, I thought somebody had blown up the Smurfs. But I'll tell you, did you see that pine tree out in the lane there? Kind of a frosty pink, nice looking, look good.
There is a lovely turquoise oak in the laneway, that's my favorite. Yeah. Although, there is also a flake metal cherry red elm, very nice, very nice.
Well, up the lodge, we like to turn adversity into perversity. So what we're going to do now is paint every tree in the forest, or I should say, at least the leaves. And that way, we'll get autumn coming earlier, and all the tourists will come up to our place first to see the fall colors.
Tomorrow is the first day of the end of your life.
Oh, don't mind the flies, just close your eyes. You'll be in and out too, sweet. To find where stuff goes, just follow your nose. There's a hole at the end of the seat. No need to blush, there's nothing to flush. It's a gravity feed straight to hell. But just be sure to double check the brochure, because this is definitely not a 5-star hotel. Okay, you've just dropped the wife and the kids off at Sunday school, and the wife turns to you and says, hey, why don't you come into the church with us? And you're going to have to come up with an excuse.
Amen, amen.
And it's going to have to be a Hummer. One that works, that also doesn't offend your wife.
Tall order there.
Right on.
Now, here's one I use all the time. No, honey, whenever the minister starts to wax eloquent about sin, it just plants bad ideas in my head that weren't there in the first place.
Or you can threaten to sing.
That works around my house. Yeah. Or there's this is great. Just bamboozle them with scriptures. Something to the effect of, honey, Romans 8, verse 4. Yea, verily, it came to pass, the women and children sought refuge in the temple, while the men went forth to hose down their vehicles.
You know, no matter how much paint we put on the leaves around Possum Lodge, they're all going to fall out of the trees anyway, because that's all part of Mother Nature's plan, and we know how irritating she can be. So I thought I'd take Handyman Corner here and show you how you can say goodbye to that rotten pile of moldy leaves and hello, brand new living room couch. All right, first thing we're going to need is a couple of table... Where the heck the darn leaves was it? Got piled in here. No. Darn kids. There we go. One. There we go. All right, so you need a couple of these vinyl tablecloths, which you can pick up at a church picnic during the closing prayers while everybody has their eyes shut. Okay, and you put one down on there, and you put the other one and lie it right down on top. That happens a lot at picnics. And then you want to seal up 3 of the sides, you could use a glue gun for that, or a soldering iron, or you could crimp eavesdroppings along there. But I prefer to use the handyman's secret weapon, duct tape. You want to really lay the duct tape on there because this couch is going to have to withstand thousands of pounds of pressure, especially during the playoffs. All right, now all you got to do is rake up the leaves off your front lawn and your back lawn, start stuffing them in there. Now, if you have a dog or something, you may want to sift through the leaves to avoid any surprises. Or I suppose you could wear a pair of gloves or something. Hope that was a pine cone. And there we are, a comfy leaf couch. A couple little throw cushions for accent pieces. And how about a very attractive leaf footstool? Stick out front like that. And the beauty of this is in 5 months it'll be spring and all your furniture will be full of compost. So now you can start growing real potatoes instead of just couch ones. So, enjoy your living room set. Remember, the women don't find you handsome. They should at least find you handy. Another bonus is when you want to lie on the couch, you can be a kid again and jump in the leaves. Stay tuned as Bill and I have a game of full contact croquet, and Ranger Gord tells us everything he knows about the forest. Only takes a minute. I want to talk to you middle-aged guys about job security. I've had a few jobs myself over the years, and I know the pink slip warning signs. Okay, first of all, take a day off work and nobody notices. That's a bad sign, okay? Or your boss keeps bringing new employees into your office and saying, what about here? Or you go on holidays for a week and they replace you with a 12-year-old kid who doesn't speak English. And then when you come back, they have a going-away party for him, and everybody cries, and the boss takes down his home phone number. Bad sign. Terrible. So if this sounds familiar to you, luckily, there are a few things you can do to avoid the inevitable. First one, go out right now and marry somebody who has a job. Next thing you can do is get on a first-name basis with everybody down at the unemployment office. And the third one, most important, don't get down on yourself. Try to look at the bright side of being unemployed. For one thing, your time's your own, huh? No traffic problems. You wake up in the morning, you're there. I know when I was out of work from early June 1982 to late August 1989, I never got down on myself. I figured, you know, there's a lot of guys out there making a lot of money doing something they hate, work. Whereas here am I, making zip, doing something I love, nothing. So remember, I'm pulling for you, because we're all in this together. Well, this idea of painting all the leaves to bring autumn here early has gone over the dam in a big way. Everybody's pretty darn excited about having the seasons changing that much sooner. Especially Mooch Thompson now, because his boss told him he could have 2 weeks off this fall, and now he gets to take them while he's still got the good summer weather.
Oh, man, Cedric, he likes the idea because he says now he could bring his dock in while the water's still warm.
Yeah, the only real downside is that now we're hunting when there's mosquitoes and black flies out, so we're going to delay the hunting season closer to Christmas, which is going to be in October, and Easter will fall in December, and then next summer is going to start in February, which is going to save everybody a ton of money in air conditioning.
Uncle Red, I hope you're taking your time and carefully choosing these colors. You know, I get nervous when people in plaid start choosing colored coordinates.
Well, we don't want to take a lot of time choosing, so we're not asking the women to help. Now, we were going to go with the glossy, but that takes 2 coats, so we're going to go with the satin finish on that. And with the saplings, we're going to go with the mulberry, and then every alternate leaf will have the kind of the beigey, brown, yellowy, kind of a putrid kind of a look here mixed in, possibly with the burgundy and the lime green.
Uncle Red, do you think this idea of yours is going to work? Don't you think that people are going to know the trees are just painted?
You ever seen the people that come up and look at the fall colors, Harold? Huh? These are senior citizens. The average age is deceased, Harold. They're about 4 feet tall. They're sitting there in the bus. They can hardly see over the edge of the window there. They got the bifocals happening, tinted glass windows, and the forest is going by at 100 clicks an hour.
Uncle Red, I don't think you should talk like that. Your father will probably be a passenger in one of those buses.
No way. He'll be driving. We're up here at Fire Tower 13 with Ranger Gord, a man who has spent the last 16 years day and night up in that tower, not able to have a wife, not able to have a family. I guess you could say, in a way, he is wedded to the forest.
That's true, Red. In fact, we made it official last week. Had a little ceremony and everything.
How do you mean, Gord?
I got married to the forest. Made it official. I mean, after 16 years of not being married, you know, it wasn't fair. Yeah, I ordered a ring and everything. Cost me 2 months' salary.
I think he means 2 months' sanity. Anyway, we're all painting leaves, as you know, so I thought I'd get Ranger Gord to teach us all about leaves this week.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to talk about how bears mate, but apparently Red didn't think that would be a good idea.
No, it's not a good idea. We're going to talk about leaves, Gord.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all the bear costumes.
We're going to talk about the leaves.
All right, so here are some leaves. Here is an oak leaf,
Yeah.
a maple leaf, and, of course, a birch leaf. What sort of differences do you notice, Mr. No Bear Mating Green?
Well, the oak leaf is certainly rounder, and the maple leaf's got all the points going there, and then the birch is smaller with a serrated edge on it.
Sure.
Yeah.
What else? What about their moods?
Their moods?
Yeah. See, the oak leaf is happy. Happy and contented, see? And the maple leaf is angry, upset about something. And the birch leaf is tense, holding it all in.
Yeah.
But I married her for better or worse.
All right, Gord. Well, you know, thank you so much. Appreciate it. But the guys are painting, and I really should go help them, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And make sure you use a latex paint, because some of the oil-based paints have fumes that could damage the brain.
No kidding. It's mail call.
Okay, Bob from Caledonia writes, how can you figure out whether a woman finds you handsome or just handy? Oh, that's a good question, because there's nothing worse than thinking she said, you know, come on up for a nice light dinner, and what she actually said was, come on up and fix my light dimmer. Whole family stands around and watches you almost electrocute yourself. Oh.
Well, that would explain a few things, Harold. Bob, I would say this way. If a woman invites you up for a nightcap, that means she finds you handsome. Whereas if she invites you up to bait her mousetraps, well, she finds you handy. If she invites you up to show you her new bedroom, you're handsome. Whereas if she invites you up for an estimate to fix her new bathroom, well, you'll be handy. If she says coffee, tea, or me, she finds you handsome. If she says latex, oil, or semi-gloss, you're handsome. But if you can find a woman who says, I do, you're in luck. That means she finds you handsome and handy.
That's for sure, I do. Ah, that's the one right there. I do. I do what?
You don't, Harold.
Not yet.
Not ever.
Okay.
Well, Bill had called me out to the field out behind the lodge there because he had set up a croquet set, and apparently he had set up quite an unusual... I don't remember seeing that many sticks on them before. Anyway, I took a shot. I always loved croquet. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. That's the way you do it, Bill. Yeah. You know, I think croquet, I think of it as kind of an English, the royal family thing. Although I guess croquet is a kind of a French word, and a little body English from Bill there. You got to hit the ball, I think, is part of the game there, Bill. Oh. No. You're supposed to be going through. You got to go through the hoops and this. But I think it was probably a game that probably dates back to the time when dates back to the time. No, when people later that week probably dates back to the time when I guess people had a lot more time. Bill, this is not nice, easy. I think that's a different game. What's that? Oh, it's one of those radio-controlled cars. That's Harold's radio-controlled car. They're thinking, what's going on? Drilling a hole. So you're trying to lighten the ball. Took the radio control unit out of the